Hey everyone, it's Click here again, and today I have for you Dark of the Moon Crowbar. So this was originally built for Foolish Mortals Dark of the Moon challenge over on Instagram, and yeah, that ended a little while ago, so I am a little bit late to this, but yeah, I have really no excuse except for procrastination to make the video. But anyway, here he is. I do plan on making the other two dreads at some point in the future. I'm not sure if I'll do that really anytime soon, as I think making the same alt mode 3 times in a row would get a little boring, but I do definitely have them in my plans to make in the future. But anyway, I thought I'd make Crowbar here, honestly, because I thought of a way to kind of manage kibble using the dreadlocks, so that's really the only reason I did Crowbar instead of any of the other two. But yeah, here he is in his SUV mode, and yeah, this looks pretty good. I really like how this came out. I really do enjoy this mode quite a bit. I wish the wheels could be a little bigger, but due to how they transform and how these kind of end up on the back of the leg, to make them look anywhere near decent, they had to be this small. It's not that big of a deal, but it is noticeable. Yeah, here he is from the side. It does roll, by the way, very nicely. Here's from the back. So you got those back windows going on there. You got taillights. All look pretty good. Unfortunately, you do see a little bit of the little claws on the bottom. Those are his feet. But yeah, here's from the front. And the other side is the same. And yeah, I think it's a pretty clean looking vehicle mode. For a couple size comparisons, here he is with Sideswipe version 2, which will be my next video. Dino, and a minifigure. As you can see, you're kind of nearing a highway chase scene here. So now that's about it for vehicle mode, so we can move on to the transformation. So, transformation is pretty much just my own thing. I deviated completely away from the studio series, how that did it. So yeah, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these, pull these out on both sides here, and you can come down to this piece. This will come out, and you want to take it and rotate it around. Fold this down. You can bring these down as well. And we'll just kind of leave it like there for now. And then what we're going to do is take this here, detach this, attached by a stud there. And we're going to come to the other side and basically do the same thing. So pull this out, and we're going to pull this out. Rotate this around. Then detach here like this. And then this will free up this entire section here. You kind of have to angle these out a little bit, but then you can bring this all forward. As you can see, this is a pretty interesting transformation here. And now what we're going to do, you can take these, just kind of get these out of the way. And see, these will be the arms here. So you're just kind of separating things. And then you're going to take both these sections here and bring them up. You kind of have to get this panel out of the way. Bring them up and out. And then you're going to take this and spin this around, kind of like that. Do the same over here. Bring this up and hinge up. Kind of like this, and bring this around. And then you're going to take this whole assembly here. This piece will come out, and it will actually kind of tab in up here onto this plate. Just like that. And then you're going to want to kind of get this bar underneath this droid arm here. You're going to do the same thing over here. So just bring that up. And you're going to rotate this this little piece, and here you can just kind of see it here. It's just more of a filler piece, but that's just going to fill that in. These pieces will kind of form the side, and then I like to push them down, and that solidifies the shoulders in place a little better. Then you can take these tires here, rotate them in, and this whole section will kind of solidify by this tapping into here. You kind of have to align it, and it will secure nicely in there. These two tires will kind of sit nicely in this little gap right here. You can kind of see it there. Again, kind of push these back, and he's starting to come together here. So what we're going to do for the legs is we're going to take this wheel here, and then we're going to rotate it, and then you can hinge this all the way up, and this will sit right on the calf there. Then you're going to take this piece, this will shift kind of to the middle, you see it there, and then you'll see on the back here, this piece will fold down, this will shift to the back, and kind of lay flat, kind of extend it on this a little bit, like this, and it'll sit kind of like this. And then you're going to take the toes here and fold them out. And there you have basically one of the feet. Gonna bring this piece in. This will come around. You're going to want to extend this fully. And then this will kind of just fit on this side and then wrap around the back like that. And we're going to do the same thing to this side. So we'll come down here, bring this out, and rotate the wheel, and then hinge it up. Then we're going to take this panel here, rotate it around, shift it back as far as this way, and that will sit flat. Bring this all in line, and then rotate this piece up. Fold this piece in, extend this, rotate around, and fold along the back. And there you have both his legs done. And now we're going to work on the arms. So we're going to bring these down. This piece will kind of hinge out, and then wrap around the side, and then rotate that a little bit. Then you're going to come here, shift this all the way to the end, and then rotate it to the back, kind of like this. You can kind of squeeze it to make it a little more solid. And then you're going to rotate at the elbow. This was like this, so you're going to bring this around and rotate the hand right here, and then hinge these fingers down. And there you basically have one of the arms done. Do the same as that on this side. So bring down, hinge out, wrap around, and rotate. Then shift this out and bring it to the back. And then bring this forward and rotate the hand. Then we basically have the main body done. So we're going to come back here, and these will kind of spread out. And this is where it gets pretty cool. These all become the dreads. So a ton of ball joints here. These can kind of, be angled any which way you really want. I like do something like that for those. And then coming back here, hinge all of these up, and the windshield will kind of fold along there. And as you can see, they kind of tab together here. So you're gonna untab these, and it also tabs in here. So you're gonna unhook that, and then I like to rotate that just to keep it kind of straight. And so rotate this around, and then you can kind of do whatever you want after this. I get all sorts of different shapes and looks out of this. So just do this for all 4 of them, and just so you kind of get it somewhat natural looking, I guess, sort of like that. And then once you're done, there you have Crowbar in his robot mode. And here is Crowbar in his robot mode. And this is probably my favorite of the 2 modes. I think this looks really, really kind of evil, I guess, and just menacing, and I think it captures the look of him pretty good. I'm really happy with how they got the feet to look, and also the hands. These were just kind of hard to fit into vehicle mode and try to cram them in there, but I was able to get those hidden in there, so that's something I'm really happy about. Yeah, and obviously here are his dreadlocks, and those look pretty cool. You get some really interesting poses out of these since they are ball joints. I was gonna use some sort of chain, like a bunch of chains, and then I realized this is a pretty good way to get rid of a lot of kibble. So yeah, I opted for ball joints, and with ball joints you can make it look like things are kind of flaying all around, and yeah, it just looks really cool. But yeah, this is probably the best that I'm gonna get for robot mode of the dreads. Just because I don't know how I'm gonna figure out where to put all the kibble with the other ones, but I'm hoping I'll figure that out at some point. But yeah, I find it kind of interesting how these wheels end up kind of in the torso here. I'm not sure where they actually go, or where they're supposed to go, but I think this ends up pretty good where they are here. And yeah, here he is from the side. And you don't have to have these all the way out. You can kind of compact them or do whatever you want, really. Here he is from the back. Unfortunately, those lights that were on the top of the vehicle mode do remain here, but it's not the end of the world. And for some size comparisons, here he is with Starscream, Megatron, and a minifigure. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Again, I plan on making the dreads at some point in the near future. So yeah, I'll hopefully also have a video for Sideswipe coming out pretty soon, hopefully. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the build, and I will see you guys in the next video.